Hi guys, it's Paula and I hope you are doing well. Happy New Year's Eve. I know some of you might already be in the new year, so I'm very excited for the new year to come. Let's hope 2022 is the best year out of the last few, huh? Fingers crossed. This is going to be my December empties and low buy update. I talk about the products I finished up during the month and then I discuss where I'm at with my low buy update. So let's get into it. Hopefully this one won't be as long as last month's. For the hair, I finished one hair care product and it is a shampoo. This is the OGX Lavender Luminescent Platinum Shampoo. This was not what I thought it was going to be. I bought this back when I still had purple hair and I thought it might help to maintain my purple hair in some way, but it didn't do that at all and I didn't like it that much at all. I just used it up, but I'm not considering repurchasing this. I do like a lot of products from the OGX brand. I just didn't like this product from the OGX brand. So glad to have that gone. I finished the conditioner a while ago, so I'm glad to have this one out as well. I do not give myself any points for shampoos or conditioners. That's a category that I deem to be under control, so I won't be getting any points for my low buy for this empty. This next empty is one that I finished way back in like January or February of 2021. I never talked about it, and then last month in November, I did a whole video about products that I've never talked about in my inventory, but I've owned this whole time. And in that video, I mentioned that I have been using this container since I finished the product in here. So there is powder in here, but it's not the powder that this came with. I used the powder up that was in here initially. This is a Vagisil powder. And I think I am finally gonna put the Vagisil powder in my inventory for this year because I gotta get that out. But I did finish this product months and months ago, and before I could think to take a picture of it or talk about it in an empties video, I already filled this up with more product. And then I thought, well, I'll wait a few months and then I'll, talk about this. And for some reason, I just never did. So I'm counting this as an empty for this month, even though I finished this product almost a year ago. I should mention, by the way, that when I use this powder, I only use it on my under boob area. I only use it on the waist up. There is some talk about powders and how they could be like carcinogenic. And every time I talk about a body powder on one of my videos, somebody brings it up in the comments and I think, why didn't I bring it up? So I'm gonna mention it now. I don't recommend anybody uses body powder. The only reason I'm using body powder at all is because I have it and I want it gone, and I do not put it below my waistline at all, for fear of it messing with my lady parts. And so I just use it on like my chest area, and sometimes I use a little bit in my hair to as like a dry shampoo kind of product. But that's how I use these products up, not down there. Thank you to whoever usually posts that in the comments, by the way. I do appreciate it. I should be doing it too though. My next empty is another container that I've already filled up again. I finally finished this little sample of Coco Cabana cream from Sol de Janeiro. This was part of the Sephora birthday gift last year. And Hazel used up most of this, and then I just kind of finished it off. I found it actually in her bedroom, like rolling across the floor, and I was like, oh my gosh, what is going on? Why is it still here? So I just brought it down here. I took one shower, I used it. I think it took 2 uses and then it was gone. But I have since filled this container up with some Revlon Photo Ready Primer. So that's what's in here now. The body cream is gone. No points for this either. I am giving myself a point for the finished body powder, but no points for this either. These next 2 empties are going to knock your socks off. You guys are not gonna believe it. I cannot believe that I pulled these 2 empties off by the end of the year. Kind of proud of myself, not gonna lie. The first empty is my Dove body lotion. I finished her off. She is all gone. And I am so happy to have this gone. I'm very, very happy to have this gone. This was not the prettiest lotion. and it bothered some of you. Some of you mentioned in my inventory videos or my inventory posts on Instagram that you were offended by this bottle of lotion. So I'm happy to have it out of my inventory for this year for you guys, and you don't ever have to look at it again after today. I'm just gonna take a picture of this from my December empties, and one day I'll post my December empties, and then you will never have to look at this again. So this is gone. This was a pretty heavy cream, and it came in handy for December when my skin was particularly dry, but I wasn't able to use this for months during the spring and summer when it was so humid that I didn't want something this heavy on. So it really was a lotion for the winter time, and I'm really glad I was able to finish it off kind of at the last minute. This next empty though is literally a last minute empty. I finished it off this morning. Oh my gosh, can you believe it? Oh my gosh. I finished my J.R. Watkins body scrub. I've been working pretty hardcore on this for the last 2 or 3 weeks, trying to use it up. Again, my skin has been very dry. It needed exfoliation. I wasn't just using it to use it up. I really needed it, and I hadn't needed it for the majority of this year, but I have been dealing with some pretty dry skin, and I was glad to have this. I would never consider rebuying this. This was way too greasy for me. I would rather exfoliate my skin in the shower and then put on a very greasy lotion after than slather myself in a greasy body scrub while I'm in the shower. I mean, I'm not an old lady, but I'm old enough that a slip and fall in the shower is a realistic threat, and this could be the cause of a slip and fall. Seriously, like, it gets slippery when you use this body scrub. It's a little too greasy for me, but it did the job, and you know, I used it up. I am definitely giving myself a point for the Dove and for this as well. So happy to have this gone and out of my inventory. If I wouldn't have bought those 4 body scrubs, this would be a category that was completely eliminated. But of course, I did buy 4 new body scrubs this year. So I do still have body scrubs, but not this one. This one's not one of them, and I'm very happy about that. Okay, let's move on to products I put specifically on my face. I finished this toner from the brand D'Alba. This was sent to me along with 3 other products from the brand through Octoly for review purposes, and I've kind of been done with toners for a few years. I haven't been including toners as part of my daily or nightly routine for a while, but because they sent it to me, I used it up, and you know, it's all right. I just don't have any strong feelings about toners. I feel like it's an extra step and a waste of a cotton round that I don't need, but I also don't know if it's not doing something. And I have some friends who swear by toners. They really see a huge difference with toners in their routine and they need them, but I just never feel like I really see a difference. I mean, I went like a whole year without using toners at all, and I didn't miss it too much, so happy to have this gone. Really grateful to D'Alba for sending these products to me and Octoly, but you know, gotta move them on out. My next empty is a face wash. This is a Kate Somerville Exfoliate Cleanser. As you guys probably know, I'm a huge fan of this cleanser. I keep this in my shower and I use it every morning. I try to snap these up when they're 50% off. I love this, but I'm not willing to pay full price for it. I am willing to pay for it when it's 50% off, even though there's probably some really good cleansers that I could get for a third of the cost of this, even at 50% off. So I need to start looking into some drugstore alternatives. I recently found out that CeraVe is a cruelty-free brand. Confirm that with me if you know for sure. But I'm interested in trying some CeraVe cleansers and seeing what I think of those, because they are very, very affordable, and I didn't know that they were cruelty-free. At least I think they are. So let me know for sure if they are or not. But yeah, I'm really happy to have used this and enjoyed it. I love the way this smells. I love the way it makes my skin feel. It smells kind of herbally. My next empty for the face is the Josie Maran Pro Retinol Eye Concentrate. This was lovely. I really enjoyed this a lot. This is another product that was sent to me for review, I believe through Octoly again. I'm really grateful to have the opportunity to review these products through Octoly and try them out. This is another one that I would 100% consider purchasing a full size of. eventually. I particularly like this at nighttime. It was a little bit thicker and a little bit heavier. And for most of my life that I've been wearing eye creams, I've been fighting the idea of using a different eye cream for day and night. But recently, just this year, I've kind of been coming around to the idea of, yeah, why wouldn't I put on a lighter, thinner eye cream during the day and then a thicker, heavier, more nourishing eye cream at nighttime? So I'm kind of coming around to the idea. It still seems a little bit bougie to me, even though I do that with my face cream every day and night and I don't think anything of it. I wear a face cream with sunscreen during the day and I wear a heavier night cream that's more treated to like soak in at nighttime. So why wouldn't I do that for my eyes as well? But this was perfect for nighttime, although it worked fine for day. It was a little bit heavier, but it worked fine under my makeup. I really enjoyed it and I used every drop of it up. I like the packaging too. Put anything in a pink glass jar and I'll buy it. I do have several makeup empties here. I don't feel like any of them are particularly exciting, but I think last month I did not have any makeup empties, so I'll take these boring old makeup empties and run with it. First of all, I finished my Physicians Formula eyeliner. This is just a beautiful dark brown shade. It came in a 3-pack set a long time ago, and despite the fact that I've had this for what feels like years, probably years, this performed beautifully. It worked well in the waterline. It worked well on my upper lash line. It was creamy still. I was really impressed with this product, very, very much so. I don't know if I would repurchase this or not. I would absolutely repurchase this. I just don't know when I'll need a brown eyeliner again. I have so many to go through, and I did buy a Marc Jacobs brown eyeliner in the summertime, so I already have something to replace this, even though I have too many brown eyeliners. So I don't need to think about this for quite a while, but I was really impressed with this and I enjoyed it very much. And I didn't think I was gonna get through it this year, but I did, so that's kind of cool. I also finally finished my old Revlon Colorstay eyeshadow. I was using this as an eyeshadow base. I finished the white side a long time ago, and I gave myself 1 point for finishing off the white side already, but I have finally finished off this medium brown tan shade, and so I'm going to give myself a point for finishing off this side. So old. Really good product, but so old. It is kind of embarrassing when I'm pulling out these products to pan and they are just so old. I don't know what's worse, when people don't even recognize how old it is because they're so young, or when people who are as old as me are like, I remember that, I had that years ago, and I'm like, oh God, they know, oh my gosh, my secret is out. Like, it's all bad. It's really silly, but you know, this was an oldie. It was one of my oldest products. I've had it for a long time. My next empty is this Japonesque Primer. I didn't think that much of this. Glad it's gone. I have too many primers, and this is not something I would consider repurchasing. I do like Japonesque as a brand. I've found several of their products that I like. This just isn't one of them. There's so many other primers I prefer over that one, so it's okay. This was the NARS Concealer in Custard that I fell in love with this past month. I used this as a foundation. I've already put this on my wish list to repurchase for the purposes of a foundation. I have no idea how this performs as a concealer, but I want this for a foundation. It was delightful. And this is my Urban Decay lipstick sample in Naked. I finally finished this off. It wasn't quite an empty when I did my finale for the advent calendar, but it's a goner now. I finished her off. I think it took 2 more uses. I finished off one part of my duo from Almay. This is another oldie, man. Ooh, I've had this for a long time. There was a blush over here, and this is a cream highlight. This was a cream blush. I did finish off the cream blush. The cream highlight hasn't been touched at all. I have too many other cream highlights that I've been focusing on this year, but I would like to get around to working on this sometime next year if possible. We will see. I know a lot of you guys would like me to knock that out too. And once packaging is broken, I'm definitely more motivated to finish something off. It kind of takes the fun out of it once it breaks, so I might work on that next. And my final empty for the month of December is my lip balm in Snow from the Body Shop. This has been in my Past, Present, Future project all year long. I declared this to be the year of lip balm. I don't know if it was quite the year of lip balm that I was imagining it to be, but I'm really glad to have finished off another pot of lip balm. These are products that I like. I generally like lip balms that are in pots because they're thicker and they're very nourishing, but unfortunately I can only use them at home because I'm not going to throw this in my purse and take it with me. So I use this in the morning and night, like after I brush my teeth, but that's about it. So it doesn't go that quickly, but I did manage to finish this off and I'm really happy about that. That's it for my empties. Let's move on to my low buy update. I need to count some things up. Hold on one second, I'll be right back. Okay, let's talk about my low buy update. I definitely hit a low point at last month's update video when I had to discuss all of the nail polishes I purchased and the effect that that had on my low buy bank. It was hard to talk about, and you know, the remorse was kind of really hitting me hard at that point. A lot of you guys gave me some really good feedback in the comments, you know, encouraging comments to keep going and keep moving forward, and constructive comments about, you know, thinking about what my priorities are with project panning and empties and my low buy, and just kind of making sure that my priorities are in line with what I'm doing for my low buy. So thank you to all of you who left those comments. I do appreciate it. As of last month, I was in the hole for 106.5 points, which is by far the worst my low buy has ever been. From the start of my low buy, the intention was never to go in the negative. I never wanted to be in the negative. My intention was for 0 to be the bottom. There was nothing below 0. If you were at 0, you could not have anything more come in. But as I've been approved for Octoly, and as I've been able to review products, and as I'm gifted things, even though I wasn't actively purchasing and shopping, I had to account for these items that were coming in. And so I started this negative balance, and even though I was already in the negative, I bought all that nail polish last month during the Black Friday sale, even though I was already in the negative, which was like a big no-no. I should not have done that, but it did happen, and I'm trying to stay accountable. And I do think that, at least for now, my plan is to keep moving forward and keep digging my way out of this hole. We're going to keep it moving. We're going to try to stay positive and, you know, see where we end up. Maybe some things will happen that will get me out of this hole sooner rather than later. I doubt it, but you never know. So anyways, with all of the empties that I've discussed in today's video, I'm going to give myself another 10 points towards my low buy bank, which brings me to negative 96.5. Still a horrific number, but glad to be back in the double digits and out of the triple digits, you know? The question is, did anything new come into my life during the month of December? And the answer is, it did, but it's not going to count against my low buy. So let me just really quickly show you what I did get. First of all, I got this Smashbox Primer Water Duo. One's in fire and one is in air. Not error, air. I don't know why when I say error, it sounds like error, like a mistake, error. Anyways, I bought this duo at TJ Maxx, and the reason I bought this at TJ Maxx is that I needed to find a stocking stuffer for me. My husband is always very generous with Christmas gifts, but he doesn't think of things like something needs to be in my stocking along with every other stocking so that it doesn't look suspicious. So last year, my husband had his stocking full of stuff, and my kids have their stocking full of stuff, and one of my kids, probably my son, looked over and he's like, Santa forgot about your stocking. And I must have shot daggers at my husband like, yes, he did. Santa did forget. So this year I'm like, we cannot let that happen again. Santa's not forgetting mommy this time. Mommy needs something in her stocking. So I specifically went to TJ Maxx to look for something that I could throw in my stocking as a gift from Santa. And this is what I found. I chose this specifically because it would not count against my low buy, and it's something I was somewhat interested in. I don't know if I will be using these. I guess I'll be using them as a primer water. I think the last time I used the original Smashbox primer water, it was just like the plain version. I think I used it as a primer water and a setting spray. don't know. How do you guys use these? Do any of you guys use these as setting sprays or only before makeup? Either way, this came in. I'm not counting it against my low buy. I needed something in my stocking because Santa forgot me last year. And I reminded my husband of that this year, by the way. And then the other thing that I received is this Sephora Hydrate and Glow Duo. This was a gift from my parents. We do a grab bag situation for my family at Christmas time, and my dad got me in the grab bag this year. So he got this along with a new TV remote control, which I had asked for because my old one was broken. And I was desperately trying to think of a non-makeup gift that I could ask for that would keep me out of trouble. Okay, here it is right here, 2 little samples. This is the Super Serum, Ultra Glow Serum, and this is the All Day Hydrator, Hydrate and Glow. I've never tried either of these products. I don't know anything about them. If you know something about them, let me know what you think about them. From what I recall, Sephora is not cruelty-free, so I have been trying to stay away from the Sephora brand, even though a lot of their products do intrigue me very much. But yeah, these also came in during the month of December. This actually looks like a full size, but serums are not counting against my low buy. That's a lot of product right there. But those are the only new things that came in during this month. I tried to behave myself. I tried. So my low buy stands at negative 96.5. And we're gonna just hit the ground running for January, you know? We're gonna work hard. We're gonna try to stay focused. I'm usually pretty good the first 6 months out of the year. It's usually around July when I start to like tumble down the hill pretty quickly. So hopefully I could start to dig myself out of this hole, but we're just gonna keep moving forward and see where it goes. So that is it for this December empties and low buy update video. Thank you guys so much for watching and spending your time with me on this New Year's Eve. I do appreciate it, and I hope you have a wonderful night, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.